Hey guys, what's going on? Rick here. We're at Papa's garden. We're at the LaLa farm garden. I got Rick Isaacs over here and his friend Preston, who's never been here before. He spent the night last night. I made sure to let his mom know that here on LaLa farm we always have plenty of stuff to do, and so that we were going to put him to work. And she said go right ahead. But he's super excited to see the goats, see the chickens, see the pigs, see the garden. Everything here on LaLa farm, it's like a 21 acre playground. But I said before we do anything like that, we need to go ahead and put together some garden boxes. If you can see over here, we got 5 garden beds on this side of the garden. We got 1 garden bed on this side of the garden. We have 3 more garden beds that we have to put together. This being one of them. This is the Vego garden modular metal raised bed. You can kind of configure them in a whole bunch of different ways, but for this video and for our garden, we're doing it 5x3 or 5x4. The cool thing is they come in these really small boxes, so you save on freight. We're going to go ahead and we're going to open this one up. Now these boxes don't look super new because they have been sitting out in the grass, out in the weather for a really long time, while me and Papa come up with the time to go ahead and get them done. So, okay, well, Preston was right. It is a 5 foot by 3.5 foot, and that's if you use all 10 pieces. But again, with it being modular, there's a lot of different ways that you can set it up, just kind of depending on your garden. The boys are going to go ahead and unload this, but this right here, again, it'll show you the dimensions. It'll also show you the instructions on how to do it. These right here are the side panels. Now all of this is wrapped in cellophane just to kind of protect the finish on the metal itself. That way during shipping you don't get damaged product. But there are 4 side panels, or there are 4 corner panels per box. You have 6 of the straight side panels. Again, kind of setting them up however you want to in your garden. That works best for you. So if you got a small area, maybe you don't want to use all 6 side panels. You want to just use 2 or 4, not 2. You couldn't use 2, but you could use 4. You also have this right here, which is just more or less a gasket that goes on top, and you don't have that possibility of cutting yourself. Nobody wants that. You also get this bag. It's almost like a little shipping bag, but inside the bubble wrap bag, you're going to get all your hardware. You're going to get a size-specific wrench that will help you put this together. There's really nothing to putting these beds together. There is a couple specific nuts, and Rick Isaac can show you that once him and Preston are starting to put this together. He's done several of these beds by himself, and me and Papa have both made note that he did it better than we have done it. So the biggest thing is just making sure that before you tighten up any of the screws, that your side panels and your corners and everything are level, flush, and lined up like they're square. But again, hardware, and that's everything that comes in the box. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to more or less unleash these boys so they can go ahead and get some work done and possibly get some Dairy Queen after this right here, because you guys both want Dairy Queen, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they both want Dairy Queen. So anyway, we're going to get to work, or I should say they're going to get to work. So what are y'all waiting for? Let's go.
So first things first, once you open up your box and start taking out your panels, you're going to realize that every single panel is wrapped in a plastic cellophane. That is more or less to keep the panels from getting scratched during shipment. So you're going to take all of the cellophane or the plastic wrap off of those, and then not stack them like Rick Isaac did back on top of one another. And this is just, like I said, to keep your boxes looking fresh as soon as they go into your garden.
They send some, I don't know, hopefully this is in the shot, but they send regular nuts and then a screw. So you're gonna have a washer on the inner side of the box. You'll have a nut and you'll have a Phillips head right here. But what they've done is they've included these round tip nuts on the top. And what that is for, so whenever you're reaching in, your hands, your forearms won't scratch against the other side of that screw.
So at this point, once you figured out what the layout of your boxes are going to be, whether or not you're going to use one panel on the sides or two panels on each side, you really just want to work your way around the panel, which is what Rick, Isaac, and Preston are doing right now. They'll be putting on two more side panels and then finishing the end. Here you see Preston kind of finishing up the first end and moving on to the sides. But again, you're just going to work your way around. Again, I had said something about there being a size specific wrench that you can utilize along with a Phillips head screwdriver to make sure that they are tight, meaning the screws. And then just another thing you want to make sure of and pay attention to is making sure that the tops of the metal garden bed are kind of level, because as you can see right now, we're putting on the kind of like a gasket. Again, kind of keeping your safety in mind, they included this gasket. So fist bumps for everybody around. They did an excellent job and got some Dairy Queen. Once you get the thing installed, you want to go ahead and move it to where its new home's going to be. Put some compost in it and start planting. So me and Papa definitely recommend these beds. They have been awesome to us. We definitely appreciate all of you guys watching this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. And until next time, as Papa always says, treat others as you would like to be treated. Bye, guys.